on this spot just today, I ran into a dog that, I don't think he's a stray, but he wasn't wearing a collar or anything. And I think he was abandoned. I kind of liked him. I think some pet control came in and took him while I was at class today. But that one little bit where I sat down with him and just kind of hung out was nice. I called him Big Man, because he's a big man. It's like a pit bull or something, some white mix, I don't know. But if things were different, I think I would adopt him. I would certainly like to. But he was chill, and I wish him the best wherever he may go. Because he was a big guy. He's a big man. And just a very sweet looking dog. helicopter. Very cool. Swisher Sweet is getting pretty low. I started smoking Swisher Sweets maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It's a very occasional thing because they're more of an aesthetic for me. And I like the flavor. I don't like to inhale. I've tried. It's not really for me though. I do like the taste of the taste and the flavor of tobacco. And I also like pipe tobacco quite a bit. And I've smoked pipe tobacco on walks before, like a top gentleman, or whatever you want to call that. The occasional Swisher and pipe tobacco session is all right with me. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go across. Okay. Go now. Okay. This is a picture. I like this little spot along here. since the weather has turned so glorious, I figured it was a good idea to get out, go for a walk today. There was on campus today at Marshall this like art expo. It's like an art gallery, little mini setup of people in the history department and their art. There's mostly professors, a few people that I already knew. And you know what? A lot of the work was actually really good. It was refreshing to see art made by students outside of the VAC, Visual Arts Center. It was very cool. Especially there was a lot of embroidered work done by Dr. Laura Diener. That was very good. It was like embroidered, it was like hand dyed. It was gorgeous. And one of my other professors, Dr. Philip Rutherford, he had his own work, which was like dioramas, like actual, like really well made, like homemade dioramas of like the American invasion of France during World War II. And they're very detailed and very interesting, and I assume very accurate considering that that's his area of emphasis. Dr. Diener's embroiders were done in the style of her emphasis as well, which is Norse history, I believe. Medieval with like emphasis on the Northern European aspect. The history department has wonderful faculty. Like I dig them. So does the art department, or at least my professors in the visual arts are quite good. I have very few complaints about any of them. I wish I had taken a dual major my freshman or sophomore year rather than this year, because I might have been able to have really committed to that. But I'm going to do a history minor, and that's going to be all right. And I just need to keep looking up resources. And honestly, I should work with the history department more. It would be awesome for like projects and things. Justice for Matt. I don't know about that. I'll have to search that back up. Oh, there's glass everywhere. No, this isn't glass. Never mind. It's something else. If it was glass. Okay, what? Does the sidewalk change again? Or am I good to go on this side? Should definitely cross. And we'll see which one ends first. But I would always like to ride against traffic than with traffic. Like bicyclists. Why is it that bicyclists have to ride with traffic? Yeah, the collision will probably be more deadly if they hit them head on, but at least they'll be able to see them. I think the worry, oh, it did end quicker. I'm a dingus. Oh, I can't see, darn it. Yeah, okay, I can't go yet. This used to be a sidewalk, but it looks like it's been long since overgrown. Not cared for. I don't like this. This puts me on a blind turn. And scoot back a little bit. Nailed it. Alright, we're good. I shouldn't have worn my Crocs today. I wore them because it's mildly hot, but there's gravel and rocks and shit everywhere that I probably should have thought about getting in my shoes. It's alright. I'd like to write something to put Dr. Rutherford in. That would be interesting. Is there really no sidewalk along here? People still walk this. I'm walking this, but without a sidewalk. I don't share a lot of opinions, particularly strong opinions, but an opinion that I have that I feel very strongly about is pedestrian infrastructure. We need more of that. Why shouldn't I be able to walk all over the place? Like, I don't know, elongate the sidewalks a little bit, do something. That's okay, because Huntington's pedestrian infrastructure is pretty fair, but I believe that it could probably use a lot more work. It's not very well kept in a lot of areas. Like this. There was a walkway here at one time. It's just like mostly cracked and covered with rocks and roots and dirt. And then it sinks back below. I'm fascinated with the ruins of all kinds, and how nature reasserts itself in once populated areas. I find it very interesting. I assume that most people do anyway. I mean, most people that I would be friends with, I guess. I'm playing Dark Souls right now, my first ever playthrough. I have played Elden Ring and Bloodborne, and I have played part of Demon's Souls, but I gave up and failed. And I'll return to it at a later time, but for now I just need more practice on older Souls games. So I thought, why not Dark Souls? And I've started, and I am immediately impressed by how far the system, like the convenience has come. Because that game is quite different than Elden Ring in terms of what your character can or can't do. And so I appreciate that. And Dark Souls has been, so far, about as or a little bit less difficult. And I think also that's partially because I have practice. I understand the basic formula, so I'm not really that worried. Yeah, I'm not far into the game. I've beaten a fair few bosses. I have rang the first bell at the top of the cathedral, and I'm trying to get deeper. That's where I'm at right now. Basically, every boss from the Undead Asylum. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Every boss from Firelink Shrine up, at least to my knowledge, is defeated. And that's not counting like when you get into like it's like the forest area. They're like dark roots forest or something, with all of the golems and the weed men. It's supposed to be loud, ain't it? You know? I'm just enjoying it, except for particular like aspects that I find unfair. Like, if you get cursed, you have to go all the way back up to buy an item from a character that is selling it for a certain amount, and then go all the way back down. That sucks. I don't like that. But it's alright. See, why is the walkway here but not down there? I guess, I don't know, probably just water. You can see that gutter over there, this ditch. So it's got me thinking, playing Dark Souls and all, about the nature of faith, and about the cyclical nature of time. I find it very interesting to ponder on in my own work, and I've been finding that talking about like art and history, I mean, you just talk about time all the time and its effects on us and our work. So I think about that a lot. All three of my active studies and lives, my personal life, my school, I guess that's not two, but I get like history and art are my two passions, my two I don't know, just things that I like to look into. And they both have a lot to do with time, usually. So I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm thinking about my place in all of this. And it's weird to think about the future, so I try and just stay in the present. There's a mushroom. I saw a mushroom on the ground, but I'm not gonna go look at it. Anyways, it's very different. Being in the present is usually a good idea, though. And that is how I feel when I go on walks. In the present, moisturized, in my lane, unbothered. The more I think about it, the more I realize you really do have to take time for yourself. Even if you hate that. People hate that for some reason. Time with yourself. I'm not talking about like playing video games by yourself. I'm talking like sitting with yourself and just thinking for a while. Thinking is a scary thing, man. It can be, at least. It's Audrey. That's my girlfriend. My girlfriend is really cool. She's a lot cooler than I am. So I really appreciate her in my life. It's good. She's off to work. So it was good to catch her. Is it really? Yeah, it's 3:05. I started this walk at about 2:30, and she had told me she was gonna leave at 3 for work. So that means it takes about 30 minutes to breach the same distance on foot as it takes 5 minutes in a car. That's impressive. Underneath the bridge, I don't know if the camera got a look at it, but under the bridge there was some graffiti that looked very interesting. And I think I would like at some point to go under this bridge and take a look at that graffiti. And I should film up here. This is perfect. Oh my goodness. This is a great spot. Not that I condone filming down onto the tracks, but that would make for a pretty killer shot. And up here too. It's a little noisy though. One thing that I'm not a big fan of my hair is getting stuck to the top of my Crocs, like in my foot, and it's like yanking at my feet. So I'm trying to walk different, so that way I'm not feeling that anymore. There's St. Mary's. That road must lead down. There goes that helicopter again. Heading due west. I'm gonna text my girlfriend here. Let me stop for a moment and shoot her a text. Just something cute. Flowers, pond. You know, why go to a pawn store when you can just sell it on eBay? Then again, if internet ever went out of style, which it may yet go out of style, the addiction to it is strong, but I don't imagine it will hold in the minds of too many people forever. It certainly has changed everything. Does that mean that the change? What the? Oh, this is Little Caesars. Never mind. I thought this guy was going backwards up Fifth Ave, and I was going to be like, whoa, whoa. But this whole like internet thing, I've been thinking about it as well. Technology and how it affects our interactions with each other. And you know what? I think that it's really probably not permanent. Like the cultural fixation with the internet. I think at some point it could just be a useful tool. Right now, of course, it's more than that. It's somewhat insidious in nature. And Like by insidious in nature, I mean like view farming, just, you know, like TikTok short form content messing with people's brains. And part of me feels like that's just a reaction to like old media. So I don't think it's permanent, the short form media dominance as of right now. It's certainly probably not good for you, as it is endless. But I don't necessarily think that, like, if you just wanted to watch a movie, but your movie was just short form content for like an hour and a half, I wouldn't necessarily call that unhealthy, or it wouldn't seem that way. Do I think that most people should do that? Not really, just because that's not my cup of tea. I mean, I prefer movies, I prefer video games to YouTube shorts and TikTok reels. But hey, maybe you just like short form. And you know what? I think the pendulum will swing the other way in not a long time. Who knows? We might go back to going to operas all the time that are 4.5 hours long. Why not? I love these pink trees that are everywhere, all over the city. I don't know what they're called. They're gorgeous. That dog was not very happy with me being so close. I don't understand necessarily what the major difference between St. Mary's and Cabell Huntington are. They're both large hospitals. Is there like less funding for one of them? I don't know. I hope they get the same amount of money. They're like literally a 10-minute drive apart, or a 40-minute walk, maybe 50-minute walk apart. Oh, darn it. I should have pushed the signal. Did I not push the signal? Here we go. Someone was asleep at the wheel. Ooh, ooh. What time is it? It is almost 3:15. I have oodles of time to walk around. I should have brought my trail mix, but I did not. But I had a ton of rice before I started walking, so I think I'm good. Now also, hold on. There's like a rock in my shoe or something in my foot. Just rub that out. Hold on. The grass feels good on my feet. Okay. Don't look at my feet. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should give my feet a good rest every little while. It's a good idea. Probably. Still recording? Excellent, we're still recording. It stopped recording on me, damn it. Why'd it do that? Whatever, it's like a 2-second lapse of time. I like streams of consciousness. You know, I like long shots, contemplative. What's more contemplative and long than just literally going for a walk and recording the whole thing? Does that feel pompous? Because I don't think my life is that interesting. I need to shut the fuck up. Okay, this goes back into the hospital. This is gorgeous. I just think that it could be kind of interesting to kind of record more mundane things like this. I've always enjoyed going on runs or walks. But I started getting really into it when I didn't read it. I listened to the audiobook of John Adams' biography. I forget the name of the guy who wrote it. And I loved it. Whether entirely accurate or not, the picture that was painted of John Adams was lovely. And I watched the television show after, and I thought, well, actually, you know what? I watched the television show before, and then I listened to just the biography. Truly, though, what I would have liked to have seen in the audiobook, or at least I would have liked to have read the actual notes. I think there should be a compilation somewhere out there. I mean, I think it's possible, certainly, that that's a thing that exists. Damn, I wish... It's like actually hurting me. The hairs on the top of my foot are getting pulled every time I take a step on the right. It's like, it feels like my skin is getting stripped away a little bit. And I love these brick streets. These streets that are made of brick. This, I can tell, has always been a very nice area. Staunton. Very riverfront property. But where's all the sidewalks gone? Dang. Should I go this way? I'll go this way a little bit and see what's this way. And then I probably need to... Actually, you know what? I think I will double back. Because that way... I feel a little tired, and there's a resting place that I can stop at and sit and just kind of drink some water and figure out where some friends are. My goal is to visit a friend's house after this and show them some of my YouTube videos, because I value their opinions, and I like to get people's reactions as they take it. And I hate gross flattery. Do not flatter me. Say what you think. I gotta really work on that too. I certainly don't like to hurt people with what I say. That's not what I like to do either. But I also feel like it's important that if you think somebody did something and you think that it wasn't very good or could have been better than what it was, I think you should be able to say that. And tell somebody that. And be honest. Because a lot of people just say, I like it. Why? Why? Oh, this guy's an old head for sure. There's a 13, or the first U.S. flag or whatever. The 13 stars for the colonies. Very nice. I do think a lot about American history as well. And it's very strange. Very strange. And it does, as we're speaking, it is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026, and things are rough right now. So I don't know. The sun still shines and people are still people. So I don't think we should really, really worry about it. But I am worried. Oh, this is an actual walkway. That's not a bad view. Not bad at all. This is a pretty pretty nice area in Huntington. The brick streets are very, very nice still. Okay. Uh-oh. This is a dead end, but the pathway keeps going. So, what is the move? I believe this is a driveway here on the right. Yes, it is. Somebody's boat entrance. That's so based, having a boat entrance. Keep out. Okay, I shouldn't go in there then. I could cut through, but I better not. Could just lead them more back here. Oh, it's fine, I can double back. We're good. I feel like I'm talking a lot this time. A lot more than usual. I'm gonna try and quiet down for a bit. I do have to comment on that. That when I do wave or just kind of acknowledge people, they very not often acknowledge back. Excuse me. Excuse me. I like these roads, but I like the houses between them more right now. Man, it's hot. I'm not doing bad, but man, it's hot. I have 2 waypoints where I will stop and rest. I'm thinking, because there's one place that's like a park that is ahead. Okay, so I could have come out through here. It's so weird. Okay. It's like a park. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. And there's a spot that might have shade that's less cool, there's a spot that might not have any shade at all. That would be pretty cool. And by cool, I mean like, oh, that's really awesome. Like, wow, cool. Doggies. Oh, there's the sidewalk. This is really nice. There's sidewalks on both sides of the street so that you can choose. Here's an avenue I don't think I've ever been on. Riverview Avenue. Very cool. And well, yes, you can see the river from Riverview Avenue. Night. Busy schedule, busy life, busy family. What? What does that mean? There's glass on this road, a decent amount of it. I was right. Camp Street. This is where I'm talking about. I could sit in a gazebo. Is there somebody already there? I think there is somebody already there. It's either that or they're a trash can. I can't tell. Can't see that far. It is just a trash can. But I'm willing to gamble. I want to gamble and go down. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay. I am wearing Crocs, so I think I should definitely be very careful this time. I did not think about snakes. But that good man, good Samaritan, warned me. What I really should have worn was some sunblock or something, and some tick spray if I was going to go back here. Maybe I shouldn't get in. As long as I don't step on one, I think I'll be okay. Trying to keep my vision focused on as much of it. Oh, what the fuck was that? Sorry, I'm fucking freaking myself out. Something like buzzed on my side. Probably just like a mosquito or some kind of gnat. Something nicking me. Tell you the truth, I'm a little on edge since that warning. But I don't see anything yet, at least in the direct path, that I'm going to worry about. And if I do get bit by a snake, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, then I'll just walk to St. Mary's. We're almost at the rest stop, so not much more to worry about. Glass! Who keeps breaking glass everywhere? That's something that bothers me a lot. Is like people really just throw their shit down, especially glass. Like I get it, accidents happen, especially when you're drunk. I've been there plenty of times. But you're like, you don't even pick it up or do anything. Like, oh, just leave it, bro. Just leave it. Bro! Okay, here it is. Spring is truly sprung on the riverfront because trees are starting to get their leaves back. Sorry, I haven't really been looking up. I've been looking down at the ground, so I haven't really been able to take everything in. Okay, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about getting on the barge. That's a better pathway up here. I'm not gonna go the other way. Okay, I'm just chilling, bro. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. Just getting on the barge. Okay, safety. And it's shaded in a lot of sections, so that's really good. I have no injuries or marks on my feet. Seems like a dog was here at some point. There's paw prints. Grass and stuff is growing out here, which is lovely. When I was here a few weeks ago, nothing but stuff. Now, I'm wondering if I should stay here or go over here. There's something underneath this in the metal, for certain. Okay, I need to stop walking over this way. Just sit down for a moment. There's a ton of graffiti on the side of this thing. I'm really not sure of the story behind how this barge got here in the first place, or whatever it is, or was, for that matter. I just know that it's not in use anymore. And the water is fairly still today. You can kind of see down to the bottom. It's not very deep. There's a lot of mud. I should have brought my magnet and magnet fished here. Yep. That's where my sunglasses went. I can hear cars from that way and cars from this way. Everywhere. There probably isn't a single living animal around here that doesn't by birth know the sound of the roadways being used by us far off in the distance. Or that can remember, I think I said that right, that can remember a time when they couldn't hear the roadways. Shouldn't have left my backpack open. Okay. Let me go to the other side for a bit. Just for funnies. Ow. Ow. Now the bottoms of my feet are starting to get cramped up. I think I'll sit in this one. It's further along in the shade. Bro, that's so freaky. There's like steps. You technically climb into that if you really wanted to do that. This part's leaned a bit more, so I just need to be careful not to fall in. This is a good view. I like this place. I should come and record like just an hour of this with no sound, or with the sound. Just relax on this barge. The air smells so good. There's no graffiti on this side, though. I wonder why that is. Over the side, on this side, I guess. Why was this thing left here? I wonder. It certainly has been here for quite some time. I mean, there's trees growing out of it. Adult trees. Doesn't just happen. And it goes right back to that idea of nature reclaiming stuff. Right across that river is Ohio. This is West Virginia. That is Ohio. That doesn't even seem like feasible. Like, is that not ridiculous? State lines. It's even worse when it's not divided by like a creek or a river or whatever, like in the West and in parts of the South and the North and everywhere. I love Appalachia. I wish that there was more. I think I'll head north to Maine and settle there, maybe. My family is originally from Connecticut. My first ancestors that immigrated here in the 1600s they went from Blackwater, which I believe is in Cornwall, to Connecticut. I don't remember exactly where. If it was Hartford or some other settlement. They eventually made their way here. Ah, man, that seat was getting uncomfortable. Hurt my ass. But my feet are ready to go once again. I think, yeah, okay, we're good here. Good. About there. Okay. It's been here so long that the tree has grown around it. I wonder which way it will fall. Anyway. And people still dump their fucking trash everywhere here. That's what annoys me, is littering, bro. The broken bottles I can kind of see being an accident. Damn. Okay. Something just flew in my eye, dude. I hate bugs. That's the one thing about spring and summer I could do well without, including the heat. And that is bugs. Bees, I tolerate. Arachnids, I'm cool with. Basically, I'm cool with bugs that eat other bugs. And yeah, arachnids aren't bugs. Whatever. Who gives a shit? They're small and they crawl around on the ground. They're in the same family tree or whatever. The same animal kingdom. I think. If they're not, then I'm gonna look silly. But I think they are. Excuse me. Glass everywhere, bro. I feel a lot better after having taken that rest. Just, I don't know how long I was sitting there for. Probably at most 5 minutes. But the next waypoint is not too far away from here. And I'll just rest there for a while, figure out where some friends are, and then probably end by going back to the apartment. These, whatever these things are that are growing along here with the leaves, they kind of almost look like bamboo in a way. I don't think they are bamboo though. There's a shirt. Don't care enough to stick around and look at it. I'm hearing dogs from across the river. What I should also do is really linger on an in shot longer. Because I don't really like that trend in the 80s of just having like the frame freeze on something or somebody at the end of the story and then it fades out. It defeats the purpose of it being a moving picture. You can just pause it. Unless you do that for an actual, like, reason within the story. Not just because the story ends. Yes, there are. Thank you for warning me. I felt a little nasally saying that. see. Wow, it's 4:05.
I have to get her. I have to pick her up.
Oh, okay.
I'm running out of battery. I was worried about that. Almost at the next way station. Waypoint, stopping point, break room, something like that. Excuse me. I'd like to get one more camera battery and one more GoPro camera battery. I have 2 GoPro camera batteries and I have 3 of the, I forget what they're called, but they're cameras that fit into my film camera. It's not an actual film camera, it's digital, it's for filming stuff and making it look good, so I use it. I wonder why this is fully covered in grass and not this part. Whatever. Electronic alarm system. This place is interesting. I wonder what this is. This factory looking place. It's a great tree to have in your yard. House is a mood, a vibe. try to keep adjusting the camera position. This place looks a lot different in the spring. Sorry about that. I ran out of battery. Which honestly, I thought I had more time on it, but I guess I did not. I had to end up walking down the rest of that street. That's where my battery died. But we're back. We are so back. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Who's back? Guess who's back? I remember walking up this street. I think I walked up that during the big freeze. Because I'm looking at this apartment here. Even though it is hideous, I think it has charm. I think it's quite nice. It's a beautiful day out. The one thing that I wish did not happen with my battery dying is there's like these two people that were kind of just like walking nearby. Probably got startled by the sound. It's like this shrill beeping sound that the GoPro makes. It's this shrill beeping that the GoPro makes whenever it runs out of battery. Now, should I have stayed on the right or should I have moved on the left? I'm trying to pick the path that has the most shade in it for me. I might have chose wrong. That's the one that I walked up. Auto Care Center Road or whatever. I don't know which avenue it was. In between side roads. What's going on over here in this house? Like 8 different trash cans, like all on their sides. What a beautiful porch. come for me. I'm not worried about it. I smell Swisher Sweets, or at least very sweet tobacco. Okay. Here we are once again. See, the situation has changed. The arrangement has changed. We're just gonna let this guy sit there. Well, somebody with an actual ass can use a chair. Oh! My feet are sore. This is a friend's house. Some good friends. I think I'll let I think I'll just relax a while. Damn it. Dropped my phone. It has been beautiful. Well, I'd better get up and start moving. Just a little bit longer, though. All right. Should probably drink some water before I go.
Wait.
Not even a good, well, maybe it is a pretty decent beer. I think I'm gonna have a beer when I get back to the apartment. I have a Pabst Blue Ribbon waiting for me in the fridge. And it's my own Pabst Blue Ribbon. Nobody else's. So I don't feel bad about drinking it. You know what? I don't think I've had a Pabst Blue Ribbon before. So I'm interested to see what they even taste like. It was given to me by a friend as a thank you for my time. He wanted to film something and wanted to use my camera. I would have liked to have been paid, but honestly, we're both college students, so fuck getting paid, man. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Plus, I would rather do projects than not do projects. So I'm glad that he hit me up, because I have been very happy to have worked with him. I feel like this is too low. I need to raise this up a little bit. So, you know, it's cool. That's the light. Who's yelling? Excuse me. I could go for a hot dog right about now. I think the next time I go grocery shopping, I think I will buy hot dogs, despite how disgusting they are. Maybe I can find a brand of hot dogs that doesn't just like load up on shit that's terrible for you. Who knows? We'll see. bee buzzing right behind my head. I have to text somebody. Mm.